The team and I are in Idaho's famed Panhandle. After receiving reports from our scouting team of researchers, we held 4 separate night investigations where we ran into some bad weather. But we gathered some information at our prospective locations. Now, Rob and I are at the Nez Perce Reservation investigating an eyewitness Bigfoot sighting.
I know it wasn't no man.
Well, what was it doing? Was it walking along or just standing?
It was just standing there.
Okay.
And pretty soon, I just see him go down, go like that, just throw stuff in the air. And I'm like, okay, what's going on? Just move a little bit, start again, throw stuff up in the air.
Whatever it was, mice and stuff will run into bushes and debris. The way you get them out, one way is you pick up everything, you throw it up in the air, and the mouse will drop out. But they'll go after small rodents like that on the ground. What part of it or parts of it made you sure that it wasn't a person standing up there?
Well, to me, every time it moved, the muscles that would pop out. You know, you see bodybuilders, but you don't see muscles that big.
So how did you get involved in this?
I'm actually a director of security here, and when I arrived at work, I had heard from another employee that there was a sighting on the hill to start my investigation up there. And we then located one particular print that was left in a mud in the heel, and you could actually see it really nice.
Ah, and that's the photo that you took?
That's the photo we took.
So you're talking about a real big something or other up there. Probably too big to be a human. I really like checking out sightings where there's more than one witness. When I can question each of them, I can tell very quickly whether or not that incident happened, and I can focus on what it was they saw, not whether they saw it. It seems that it could only be a Bigfoot, but I want to see that comparison. So I'm gonna have Rob go up there and hike up with Hooli up to the spot where Dan says he saw this figure.
Getting to the top of the ridge right now. How do I compare size-wise?
They're much bigger. I said another probably 1.5 feet, more than that.
Here, let me see this bananas. Wow. Yeah, I'm looking through the binoculars that they were using, and yeah, you'd be able to see the shape of the thing. With the naked eye, you guys are just bumps, but through the binoculars, you see a lot more. Can you even tell that we're looking in your direction from up there?
No, we can't, actually.
You guys look like ants down there.
They had no idea they were being observed. That's why they were hanging out there for 7 or 8 minutes. But we got everything we needed, so why don't you head on back down? Both Dan and Hooli knew that this was something unlike a human just because of its musculature and its proportions. It looked too big and tough to be a person.
I think it's definitely a Sasquatch sighting.
Whatever it was, like I said, it's way too tall to be a human, and there's been other sightings around here, so just by process of elimination, I think you guys saw a Sasquatch.